You're now listening to the 360 Real Talk Podcast, your source for entrepreneurship, entertainment, and lifestyle. With your hosts, 360, Alex and JD. Monday nights from 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. on FXBG Radio, Facebook, and YouTube Live. Subscribe to the 360 Real Talk Podcast on Apple and Google.
And we're live.
Yeah, happy Monday.
Wah.
Oh gosh,
and we got volume on all devices over here.
It's not me, it's them.
It's you.
Usually I feel like I'm pretty good about it.
Right. Oh well.
Got the best of me this week.
So, yeah, it's Monday, guys.
It's so Monday.
Another Monday. It's been a horrible Monday so far for everybody, it sounds like.
Was it bad for you? Well,
It wasn't really bad for me.
Well, Mark had to deal with me at 7:30 this
I
morning
went
when
and
my
helped
tire
him
blew
with
out.
his
that was
tire
at
that blew
7:30?
out. First thing.
Yeah, then buddy of mine comes to pick me up. His truck blows up just so I can go get the tire.
wow.
It was too much this morning.
Yeah. And then Mondays are just horrible in general because it's like trying to get organized for the week and
Trying to get your life together.
yeah, trying to get my week together, which is my life. You know, I'm in the office till 8 p.m. every Monday for some reason. I don't get it. Probably because I'm late getting the podcast together.
Figure out how to do this.
I'm still 20 episodes later trying to teach Alex how to invite people to her watch party.
I don't know why. Like I can always find it when I'm not podcasting.
For anybody who's in here, make sure you share it with your friends
on my thing.
so they can all jump in and
Yeah, you guys
join the
spread
conversation.
the love and send some invites out. All right, let me get my outline up here and see
Let's
what
talk
we're
about
talking
some-
about. Let's
some
talk
crazy
about
things.
some stuff. So if you haven't joined us before, we're 360 Real Talk.
Are we?
360.
Yes.
that's our
This
name.
is Alex, and this
Hi.
is JD. And we do this thing on Mondays where we get together and invite everybody to watch us and talk about some stuff, entertainment, entrepreneurship, lifestyle, and some WTF news of the week, you know, crazy crap we see throughout the week. So
I never know if I label mine right. Sometimes I feel like the news stories I pick belong in WTF.
yeah, I've noticed that sometimes too.
Oh, just mine?
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Yours, yeah.
That's why I don't do
And then
them.
my WTFs are like, that's regular news.
right.
I don't know. I can't tell the difference anymore.
It's all good. It's all good. So
We just make it up as we go around. here.
right, we just make it up as we go. All right, so let's get into it. So, you know me, I'm always talking about how to make money and how to prioritize and get things done. So I want to touch on how to prioritize your to-do list when your to-do list wants to kill you.
Gosh.
You know, it's those to-do lists that you make that you're just like, how in the hell am I going to get these done? You're staring down that never-ending list and it ain't fun. Well, here's 6 tips. I can't talk tonight either.
I don't
6
think any of us
tips
can, so don't feel
to
bad.
get through your crazy long to-do list.
Only 6. Okay, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, you got to simplify it, right? Write down only what needs to get done. So stop writing down all that crap.
Don't be so ambitious.
Yeah.
Quit
Stop
the ambition.
writing down all that crap that you know you're not going to accomplish in the near future.
Okay.
You know, just get to the point. Write down the things that you really know you can get done. It's going to keep you more focused. You can jot down all that other stuff, but onto another piece of paper, another board, separate to-do list. It's recommending, this article from Ladders over here is recommending that you do your 24-hour to-do list. I do that. I tend to do that. I do the daily to-do list, and then I got my weekly, and then I got my I'll get to this shit eventually list. Which,
See, I just have one big list.
yeah, we got 2
I
boards.
have the big list.
We got 2 boards filled up at my office with stuff that
It's
we
not
haven't got
including-
to.
The notepads on my phone.
Right.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. So it brings me to number 2, recognize the difference between urgent and important. So it's back to focus. There's a big difference between urgent and important. So dig your way out of that large pile of tasks. Focus solely on the urgent ones, even if it means leaving important things dangling on your list for the next day or so.
I don't know about that one. It's kind of hard to differentiate
You,
between
you got to comb through it with a fine tooth.
urgent and important.
Does it have to? This goes back to your 24-hour to-do list.
Sure.
Does it have to be done by tomorrow morning? If it doesn't, then it doesn't need to be on that list.
So if it has to be done within 24 hours, it's urgent.
Exactly.
Okay.
So you need an urgent list, and then you need an important list.
And that's how we decide what's
That's
on
how
it.
you decipher it. So you got your to-do list for the day, and you update that every day.
Which is urgent. That
It's
has
urgent.
to be
You
done
gotta
in
get it
this
done
24
today.
hours.
Got to get it done tomorrow. You know,
Okay.
in the next 24 hours. You know, the rest of it's what they call the overflow list, not your today. Batch similar tasks together. So if you got a bunch of crap that falls under the same
All your digital
category, you know, put them in the same category. Stop like separating them and putting them in different piles. I don't know how to say this word.
Utilize
The
the Pomodoro technique.
Pomodoro technique. Let's see what this is. I've never heard of
Thank
it.
you. I'm glad that I could be here to read your
Yeah.
sentences.
If you
It's
easily
come from the same person who couldn't spell Alabama 50
That's
minutes ago.
true.
Yeah, I had to
That's
change.
true.
All right, so if you fall into the trap of distraction, this can really help you stay in the zone. Basically, it splits your workday into chunks. Okay. You work for 25 minutes, then take a 5-minute break.
Oh.
That full cycle is called, what's it called again?
Pomodoro technique.
Yeah, taking breaks.
Alex.
Right. It's called the Alex technique. So it's like, I
I've
guess.
actually never, I don't think that I've ever tried
never
it
heard of it.
intentionally.
So it's kind of like that. I'm comparing it to like at the gym, and you're going really hard for a little bit, and then you slow down for a minute.
Yeah, you do what? Oh gosh,
I don't know
It's
what
your
it's called.
sets. You do the sets.
Suicide sets or something.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's, you know, work really hard for 25 minutes and take a break.
Okay.
It's good. It's a great trick to be more intentional with your time. Okay.
This one's hard for me. This fifth one is
Yeah, it really is.
estimating your time.
Estimate your time.
That's hard.
Yes, being overly ambitious with your to-do list might sound like a good idea in theory, but it usually means you end the day feeling frustrated because you didn't get enough done. So I guess that's another good reason why you should do your 24-hour list and make it realistic things that you're going to be able to get done in 24 hours.
Right.
Yeah, but how many
Um,
times do you do that and then it's just like not as
You
realistic?
were wrong.
You were wrong.
At least you
put your
tried, though.
expectations too high.
At least you tried.
And that's what it's saying. It's saying if these estimates add up to a ridiculous number, then you need to seriously prioritize your items or work an extra long day to accomplish it all. I feel like I do that every day.
Which is also not a bad idea.
No. This exercise helps you to be realistic with what you aim to complete and to be proactive. And number 6 is just get started. Stop BS and get it done.
Okay.
Don't spend so much time making the list than doing it.
Yeah.
Don't spend more time plotting your move than just making the move.
I think if you're really able to focus on that idea of urgency, what really has to be done in my 24 hours, then
I think it'll help.
that's a great way to kind of
I think it's a good one.
create just that day's list.
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
All right. So that kind of leads into my next topic. 8 lifestyle changes to make if you want to get rich in 2019.
You doing
Learn
all
how
right
to
today?
talk. Learn how to talk.
That's
is
the
one.
first one.
Learn how to talk.
Are you doing all right?
No, I'm
Take
not.
Need some coffee?
Toast
I don't know. Maybe I had to.
Toastmasters.
Need a minute?
Yeah, right. I need a minute. So self-made millionaire author Steve
I feel like this list is gonna hurt. It's just gonna be all the same
writes in
things.
How Rich People Think. All right. First one, it's one of my favorite ones that I'm always preaching.
Oh.
Generate 2 incomes or more.
Okay.
Amen.
My favorite saying that I've
Okay.
really stuck to over like the last 5 years is like the average millionaire has 7 sources of income.
Mhm.
So get as close to that as you can.
How many do you guys have?
I got, I don't know, 3 to 4.
Yeah.
3 to 4.
I got about 3, but
Okay.
2 of them are in the same category.
Are
Yeah.
in the same category.
Some
Yeah.
of mine
That's
are.
okay.
So like I have
some of mine
regular
are-
just playing music, with my band, and then I have DJing,
Sure.
which are 2 different things, but they're the same thing.
Okay.
Same
but
category.
Yeah, I mean they're different enough.
They're
And
still
then-
different.
And then I also do bookings
sure.
for bars, so it all falls in one big category. but I
Right.
just have it
I mean,
broken up to
well, yeah.
subcategories.
Okay.
it's kind of like me. I got the entertainment, but then within the entertainment, you know, I got managing events. I got doing events myself. Then there's the beer pong. That's completely separate. It's a whole nother brand.
Right.
And then we got the weddings and the private and the corporate, and then we got
Right.
the marketing, and yeah, so
Okay.
it all kind of falls in the same category, but different.
Sure.
And they all have different streams of income. They all are separate. Like, you know, if karaoke events are not going well, I got beer pong. If
Right.
beer pong slows down, I got, you know, graphic design I can go do. Like,
Right.
there's always something.
Okay.
So just stay busy. You know, I'm always saying that. Like, you got to generate those, you know, have more streams. Even if you got a 9 to 5, find a side hustle, because, you know, 9 to 5s ain't always so great either, especially, you know, you
Yeah.
got government shutting down and stuff. You never know what's going to happen.
So this one said that 65% of these millionaires had at least 3 streams of income that were created prior
There we
to
go.
making their first million. So I need to get another one. I have
There
2.
you go. Yeah, you
So
need 3.
I need 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's saying, yeah, so get 3.
I'm really good at baking. If anyone needs baked things.
If you want to bring me
I mean,
like
if you
a
want to
cheesecake.
right, if you
Really?
want to start
Are, we,
my
are we
God.
making a deal?
Oh yeah, I
Are we
love
making a
cheesecake.
deal? Okay.
If you want to start bringing baked goods,
Sold.
if you want to start bringing baked goods for testing purposes on Mondays, I'll be glad
Yeah,
to
just-
test them.
Yeah, and then
Let you
we'll
know.
put the word out.
You just made me lose my first client because now he's expecting samples.
Oh, he was already expecting that.
Yeah. I mean,
So,
let's
let's do
work
this.
together,
We'll
not
work-
apart.
Let's
We'll
do
work-
this. Set the page up. If you don't have a baking page already, set it up and bring it in, and we'll do like live video testimonies on how good your stuff was.
Okay.
I'm
That
just
will
saying,
drive.
All right.
cheesecake and cookies. That's it for
Alright.
me.
Okay, we'll see.
All right.
Next episode
So
will be my baking adventures.
there we go. So here's something that I've been really trying to focus on in the last, since the first of the year and beyond, is build relationships with successful people.
Yes.
You're never going to be successful if you keep hanging out with people that are losers.
Oh,
and
this
they're
is
not
such
doing
a tough
nothing.
one.
It is tough because
Yeah.
you got those loser friends or those loser.
It kind of
people-
comes down to what your parents always taught you. Like, you are who you hang out with.
You are though.
Yes,
you
it's
are.
so-
So it's like we all got those friends that were like, well, it's just Jason. He's just Jason. He's just always gonna be a bum, and you know, you can still be friends with your bum friends. It's just don't
You
like,
can't be
all
around
caught
them
up
all
in
the
their
time.
bullshit.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? When people start coming to me with their drama nowadays, I'm just kind of like, oh, look at the time, got stuff to do.
That and it's the people who don't want to really work for anything, and once
Right.
they see you're doing stuff, they're like, "What?
You're
Well,
not
If,
hanging
if
out
you
with
need help, I
me.
need some extra cash."
Right, but then they
Right.
never want to follow through.
Yeah.
Well, right,
Yeah.
and then they like guilt you, like you're not hanging out with
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
You never have time for anyone
Well,
anymore.
then
It's like
yeah.
if you were really a good friend, you'd be like, "Wow, you're really out there kicking ass. I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
Let me know when you can hang out."
And then
Yeah.
something
You know?
I've always noticed is like, especially in the entrepreneur space, is like people that don't understand what you're doing, they'll just bash it. Just,
Oh yeah,
They're always like, well, that just don't make any sense.
Or especially
that's
like
stupid.
like what we're in.
Oh,
People
yeah,
don't
definitely,
understand it. They're like,
definitely.
I don't
What is
understand.
that? What are you
you
talking
need.
about? What are
Like,
you talking
how do you
about?
make a living doing that?
Right. Well, I'll give you a perfect example. Like when I first started the beer pong business, the VA bar pong, and branded it and everything. And the girl I was dating at the time was like, and I was laid off. I just got laid off of Pizza Hut. I had my unemployment check, thank God. You know, I
You
had
got
to
laid
move.
off from Pizza Hut?
Yeah, they went. Hugh Cosner like went to restructure and sell all the Pizza Huts off. So
Oh,
started laying
wow.
everybody off that was making any kind of money.
Hmm.
Anyway, that's a whole nother story. Anyway, so I created the beer pong brand, and you know when you're first starting on something, you're just throwing
So that was
ideas
kind
every.
of your first thing.
No, I'd already been DJing and
Okay,
stuff, but
okay.
the beer pong was like the
It's first business.
No, it was
No?
just the first like really unique
Okay.
and like something
Okay.
that stuck
I'm
out.
with ya.
You know what I mean? Because everything else was like, oh, you're a DJ? Yeah, there's tons of those. Anyway, so everybody was bashing it. They're like, that sounds stupid to me. Like, how are you gonna make money throwing beer pong tournaments? Like, how's that gonna work? And the girl I was dating was like, why don't you just get another job? And I'm like, well, first of all, I got unemployment. I'm good for a second. And this is really something I'm passionate about, and I think it'll work. And it slowed me down because I did second guess it all. I was like, man, I don't know. Maybe she's right. Maybe it
Wow.
won't work. Maybe this is stupid. And it took me a really long time to get it up off the ground because I kept
Doubting.
I kept doubting everything that I had in my mind because she was over here like in a real job. And a lot of times, like over the years, I've found that like a lot of people that don't understand how to work for themselves and do things on their own,
Sure.
like they're jealous.
Right.
So it's almost like they want to discourage you because they don't want to see you be more successful
successful.
than they are.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So back to the topic at hand here. Hang out with successful people. Like I always say, I want to hang out with someone that's doing better than me.
Yeah.
It's not because I envy them or I'm jealous of them. It's I want to be around them and I want that to rub off on me and I want to
Exactly.
hear the things.
Be inspired.
Yeah, I want to hear the things they did and their struggles and it's part of like why I keep pushing to do these local business spotlights that we haven't got around to yet is that I want to sit down with other entrepreneurs that are more successful than I am and I want to hear their struggle. I want to hear their story. I want to hear what drove them to get them where they are. So
in our Facebook comments, I just posted a video of this. I have no idea who this woman is, but her story is exactly what we're talking about. And basically, she's talking about how she has to change her whole life and all the people that she's around.
you kind of got
you
to.
can't carry all of those people behind you, no matter
Nope.
how much you love them. Like when you get to a place where you realize that like I am the only person who's going to be able to make my life what I want it to be.
You got to find a new circle.
You're no good to those people anymore.
It's
And you're
lonely.
also no good to yourself. And
It's lonely sometimes too.
Exactly. So her
It's
video
very
is
lonely.
really pretty inspiring, and she's very passionate about the decision that she made and standing behind it. And check her out. I liked that video.
Yeah, I mean it's very
lot.
lonely. Being an entrepreneur, or just being successful in general, sometimes is a lonely road. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Because I find myself now like I don't. It's like it's a burden sometimes. As I'm like, man, I want to do the things I used to do, but then when I do those things, like it's just not the same anymore. You know what I mean?
Right.
So anyway, just hang around better people. Hang around people that inspire you. Hang around people that motivate
lift
you
you
and
up,
push
yeah.
you to do better. Stop
That,
hanging.
for anybody who's getting ready to start doing that, it sucks.
It does because people are gonna get mad.
Because like all the people you used to hang out with, once you start focusing on
It's
your
like
own
being
thing.
a drug addict and you stop doing drugs. You don't want to hang around drug addicts
Yeah.
no more because why would you want to hang around
Yeah.
people that are still doing drugs? You want to get clean.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So it's kind of like that and everything else too. So the next tip is save to invest. Don't just save to save.
I like this tip, but this is really hard
It
for
is
most
hard.
people right now.
It is hard.
I
It is. It's hard in general. This is coming from self-made millionaire Grant
Sure,
Cardone
it's-
that I'm actually going through his Sales University course right
Okay.
now that I did not pay for. Sorry, Grant. You should really get a hold of your courses and make sure the bootleggers don't get a hold of them. $5,000 course. I paid $100 for a lifetime
Coming
membership.
from the man, we're gonna support local business,
Guy-
but that class is
Someone's
stuff,
gonna show up.
Well, he's not a local business, but
Eric,
anyway.
lock the door.
Right. It's a great Grant Cardone, like if you're in any kind of entrepreneur space, you should have at least heard this name. He is a self-made millionaire. He's into real estate investments. He's into sales. Like he's got some good stuff. Anyway, so you save and invest. It's more important than the size of your paycheck. Personal finance expert says, teach you to be rich on that. Average millionaires invest 20% of their household income each year. Their wealth isn't measured by the amount they make each year, but how they've saved and invested over time.
Sure.
It's kind of like that, when you hear of like a really rich person or a celebrity, what's their net worth? You
It's
know what I mean?
all of their things.
It's all their stuff,
All
their
their assets,
investments,
their
their
investments,
properties, that $5,000 item in the corner of their house, like all that stuff adds up because, perfect example, I won't go into deep detail, but I had a hard place 4 or 5 years ago and I was like, oh, wow, I need a lot of money and I need it quick. So I went through the house and all my fancy expensive stuff, I sold it.
Yeah.
And I raised, $4 or $5 grand real quick.
Wow.
And then I bought. My thing is like when I do things like that, when I go back and replace it, I get the next thing. I get the new and better improved version of it.
Sure.
So it was not that big of a deal. But that's why like I don't waste money on stupid stuff. I buy things that are investments.
Right.
You know what I mean? Hell, I got $5,000 worth of DJ equipment in the garage at any time. If I'm in a hard spot, it can be used to get me out of that hard spot. So save to invest.
Yeah.
Automate your finances.
What's up, Tony B?
Tony B in the house.
Tony, thanks for our song.
Right. Thanks for the promo.
It's great.
If you need any voiceovers for your business or voiceovers in general, Tony B's the man. Coming from the radio station now, he's doing his own thing, and he's the jingle guy. He can make those jingles for you. That would actually be some. You should sit down and talk to Tony B. Some of your clients might be able to use some enhancements to their promo and stuff.
It would be good to have that ready to roll.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He bangs them out. We made that promo in like 20 minutes.
Nice.
I also want to apologize to anybody who was reading in the comments earlier. I tried to say what's up, y'all, but it was just what's y'all.
What's y'all?
Apparently everybody went to YouTube from last week, so everybody's late getting in. They're like, whoa, what the hell? I thought we were in YouTube.
That's good.
Yeah, so, we tricked you guys. Last week we had some trouble. Facebook wasn't acting right with the software.
It happens.
So we went to YouTube, but we're back on Facebook today.
But you could also watch on YouTube. Like if you're on a computer, you could totally
you can go to YouTube. You can
go
to both.
Let's see who all was talking on YouTube.
You can go to both.
It was just Mikey.
See what's going on.
Mikey was out here.
You guys hit the share button, please share, subscribe to
share
YouTube,
with
all
your
that good
friends.
stuff. Anyway, back to this. So automate your finances. Once you've committed to invest in your money, easiest way to stick to it is make the process automatic. Okay. So it's kind of like having that IRA fund or that retirement fund from your work. Comes out automatically. You don't notice it. You know what I mean? So if you come up with a budget that you can stick to, like, okay, I'm going to save $100 a month, then automate that and just have that $100 disappear. That way you're not, you know what I mean? You're not paying attention to it. Like automate my bills because I don't want to sit around and I don't want to, for me, it's not because I'm comfortable with my income.
Okay.
I'm comfortable. I know what I'm making. I have a nice cushion.
Okay.
I'm not living paycheck to paycheck. I saved my money up and now I know, like,
I don't know.
All
I
right,
don't trust banks.
I trust them.
enough.
I trust them.
No.
I've never had any problems. Any problems I've ever had with a bank was self-inflicted. And and then people get mad. Well, I got hit with all these fees and da 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 da. Well, we did it to ourselves. The bank didn't do it.
Okay.
The bank didn't do it. I'm telling you.
Questionable.
It's not questionable.
It is
the only time it's been questionable is when I've had money in transit and it shows pending, and then there's a charge pending, and then the charge hits before the deposit hits.
Right.
And then still, it's kind of self-inflicted. I knew better. I was risking. I risked it. But could the bank go, hey, we see this money pending, so let's just not hit him in the head with a charge? I agree. Wells Fargo's the worst. Do not deal with Wells Fargo ever again.
I had Wells Fargo.
They're horrible.
Just to jump on this why I hate Wells Fargo train real quick.
Oh, yeah, they're horrible.
I got a job at Sears and I needed a bank account because I overdrafted the hell out of my last one. I was like 18 or 19.
Oh.
So anyways, I opened up this thing at Wells Fargo and they're like, so every time you make a charge, you just want to move $1 to your savings account. And I was like, no. I was like, I don't want to do it.
Oh, you should have.
Well, like a year goes by.
That's a pretty clever thing.
I used this account for like 2 weeks, right?
Oh, no.
And like a year goes by and just out of boredom, I checked my Wells Fargo account. My bank account was negative $900 and something.
Oh yeah, Wells Fargo.
And in my savings,
Wells Fargo goes
it had
crazy.
Like $900 and something. So I called them. I was like, "What is this?" They're like, "Oh well, we went ahead and set up something for you to take out $250 at the end of every month, and just move it on over."
Mikey says got a good point. Back in the day, you could write a check and it was good for a while. Now everything's too electronic. Everything's too quick.
Yeah.
You can't float money no more.
You might not be aware of it, but you were part of a class action lawsuit against Wells Fargo if they opened up an account in your name without your permission.
Oh yeah, they did.
There was
all kinds
a big
of stuff.
deal.
Yeah, there was.
Well, hold on a minute.
It was
what do you mean? Hold on, I need details.
You got to look it up. I'm like legit. When you get off the air,
I've
you need
had
to
a
look
bunch
this
of
up.
them.
There was a big deal about them opening accounts, and you should look into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's worth looking
Does this mean
into.
like I can get some like money out of this?
Probably like $16.
I don't know about that, but there was definitely some
$20
illegal stuff going on.
There
Wells
was some legal
Fargo, I'm
stuff.
coming for you.
Right. All right. So back to it.
I
All
think I
right.
still owe them $11.
Automate your money. Put your finances on autopilot. Extra $700 a month or $8,000 a year for the rest of your life could make you a millionaire just from that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So automate your bills, man. Like that's where I'm really proud to say that I've almost got all my bills automated.
Oh, where it automatically like withdraws?
Yeah, almost.
Oh, that
I'm
is
almost
the greatest
there.
thing.
I'm almost there, and it doesn't bother me no more. I'm good.
That's good.
I got a couple left that I haven't automated. Like my car payment's not automated because I like to pay different amounts. You know what I mean? Like my money,
Sure.
I always like to pay extra so it goes towards the principal and it pays it
Right.
off quicker. But some months my money's a little tighter than others, so I might be like, all right, I'm gonna pay 100 extra this month, and it might be 50 next month.
Right.
And it'll only let you automate for what the exact payment is. So I don't
See,
automate
like
that
with my
one.
bank, with my car payment, I can literally text a number and tell them how much I want to do.
That's pretty cool. I'm sure there's some funky stuff like that for mine. So automate your savings, automate your bills, automate all that, man. It feels good after you get in. Now, don't do it if you're living on a tight budget, because then you're going to get into some trouble. Then Wells Fargo is going to hit you in the head. They're
You're
going
gonna go after them
the
on a
hard
class
part
action.
they're
about
going to get
it,
you.
if you don't have like
You gotta budget.
large cushion in your billing account,
You do got to have a good. You do got to have a
then
good
when
cushion.
things like you're talking about automating your bills, so you automate
Something
your
happens,
utilities, you
yeah.
automate, you can automate your rent in some cases. You automate
I don't
all
automate my rent.
the remainder of your bills, and then someone waits an extra day to take the rent out.
True,
or someone,
throws you off.
You know, the billing date itself
You got to have the
changes
cushion. You
because
got to
of
have
the
the
month
cushion.
and
My rule of thumb
yeah.
before I really started digging into it was 3 months. 3
Yeah.
month cushion.
yeah,
Because if you got a 3 month cushion, that makes up for all those little things.
right.
I don't automate my rent. I don't automate like the top 3 biggest bills that I have, because those are the ones that are going to throw you in a loop if something happens.
Thank you, Mikey. Some of the auto bills take forever to come out. Like, just take it the day you say you're going to take it.
Oh, my
Yeah, I know, I
insurance is
hate
the
that.
worst
I hate
about it.
that.
It takes them
Hallelujah.
a week to pull it.
Well, and then the thing is like you could totally let them have your bank card, your banking number,
Still
like your
don't
check
matter.
card, and those come out automatically. But what it
Yes.
is that they charge you the
Extra fee,
convenience
the
fee,
transfer.
You know, between $3 and $12
Yeah,
for a convenience fee.
And
So
that's-
you
Well,
use your
it's like my
checking
insurance.
And then the
account,
checking is
and
slow.
then that's what takes
Yeah.
Like my
3 to
insurance,
7 business days.
when I first got them, I asked them, I was like,
All right.
hey, did you pull out my money? And they're
All
like,
right,
oh,
let's
it's
get-
showing it's paid, but we're writing a check, then sending it off
exactly.
somewhere. I was like,
All right,
Jesus.
so let's get back on track. We got carried away on this bank crap. Getting used to doing uncomfortable things.
yes.
If you want to earn more, get ahead in life, you have to be willing to step outside your comfort zone. I'm working on this daily with this whole sales thing, because I'm not used to having to do cold sales and all this crap. So you got to, and there it is, negotiation can be a tricky process, business. You got to step out of your comfort zone, ask for that raise, look for that better job, stop being comfortable. Just stop going, well, I'll make just enough to get by. I can buy my cigarettes, and I get my junk food, and my Netflix is paid for, and it's
You have
cool.
to strive for more
Still not
than
paying
that.
for Netflix.
Yeah, right. It's cool. I got a Honda Civic.
Thanks, Mom.
Right. So,
Yeah, that's the one I am using. Thanks, Mom.
yeah,
Shout
get
out
out
for
of-
watching.
Shoot, everybody that's using my Netflix, you're welcome. If Netflix ever cracks down on only being, everybody's going to be
trying it.
short.
I was signed in to my account on 2 devices in my own house, and Hulu was like, "You have too many accounts active."
Yeah. Well, Netflix, you actually pay how many you want.
Oh wow!
So Netflix got
Yeah,
smart
but still, you can
Wow.
have like 15 accounts on there, but only like 2 or 3
at the same time.
can
Yeah.
be watching it.
Yeah, everybody can have your password. They don't care. It's just they're only going to let you stream like 3 devices at a time.
Yeah.
It was weird.
So, all right, moving on. Yeah, devote 20 minutes a day to developing a new skill. So, take some time every day to work on that new thing that you've been wanting to do, and then I think that keeps things interesting. You know what I mean? It's like, all right, I'm going to take some time to develop this thing that I've been trying to learn how to do. Like every
Sure.
day, I've been listening to these podcasts and these audio courses on how to do certain things, and and it's just keep banging it in my head until it sticks. Keep innovating. Bill Gates and Warren Buffett favorite business book that they're talking about. Innovators need to keep innovating. So don't get comfortable. Just keep changing. Keep learning new skills. Don't show off. Show up. We all got those cocky friends and
Yes.
these people that are just so
And don't let those people intimidate you
Nah, who
either. If you're
cares?
the show up kind of person,
just show up.
This is what I have a problem with, is like everyone who's like, oh, look at this and that, and then I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I have to break out of my own box and show up even
Right.
though other people are showing off, because
Yeah.
that's not what makes the difference.
Can
Nah.
you show up to show off? Would that be the best of both worlds? Or
I mean, that's what everybody kind of does.
There's a time and a place for everything. So I think if you want to show off, then it's kind of like, you know, invite your people to come and let you show off to them instead of showing up to like.
Don't show off to random strangers. Like, yeah, hang out with the people that like to pat you on the back and tell you how great you are.
What's that hashtag that trends on Twitter? I'm just asking for a friend.
Know. Right. Asking for a friend.
I'm not asking for my own personal benefit. Just asking for a friend.
Correct.
You know, so yeah, show up. Not just to show off. You know we go to all these business network meetings, and a lot of times I call them pissing matches where everybody kind of, you know, turns into that let me brag about my business and what I do and what I've done type thing. But I'm learning because we do want to brag about what we do, and we do want to, like, a lot of times you feel like you need to brag, not necessarily brag, but you feel like you need to sit and talk about yourself to get business.
Sure.
But it's the opposite.
Tony B said, "Be consistent."
Yes.
There you go. Be consistent's a good one. But what I'm also learning is that if you care more about other people's life and their problems,
care about their problem.
If you care more about their problem than trying to sell them what you got,
exactly,
then you'll get more business.
Solve problems.
You know, I had it like, for example, I had a meeting today. I'd already had a phone call with this person. We already had a consolation phone call. They already told me they didn't have no money right now, and you know. Part of me was like, well, they ain't got no money. This is pointless. And then I was like, you know what? Nah, it's cool. I was like, you know what? Let's meet for lunch and let's talk.
Nice.
And, you know, I gave them some good pointers and they took notes and they mapped out a game plan. And I was like, you know what? My goal is hopefully I can give you this free tips and this free info.
And get you to a point where you can come back.
Yeah, I can get you to a point where you're getting the business and you're so busy with that business that you don't have time to do what I just showed you to do. And then you would hire me.
Right.
And they were like, yeah, that's the point. You know, I want to be too busy to handle my own marketing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, we all want you to be that busy. So, you know, sometimes you got to give up. So you got to give out. You got to give it out to get it back.
Yep.
And my favorite one, this is above my office, my desk at home. Think big.
You talk about this all the time.
Just think big, man.
That is literally the only thing I remember when me and him first started working together. I asked him, he had like this huge whiteboard and about a fourth of it was just this light bulb. So
yeah.
Think big.
Nice.
Well, you got to. And you know, you've been around me long enough to know that I always blow everything up. Everything I do, I always look 20 steps ahead to what could be. Like, yo, dude, I'm going to crunch it down and be like, we could make $100,000 off of this.
Yeah.
Don't mean we will, but we could if we could pull it off.
See, that's one reason why I like working with Mark, because we go from here to here, and I'm like, yes, this is going to be perfect. Then we go back and look at it, and we're like, all right, let's
start back down at the bottom.
Come down a little bit.
But you got to map it up to the top to go back down.
What were we supposed to do in this 24 hours?
Right. So
we don't have 24-hour plans. We have like 36-hour plans.
Yeah, exactly. Next thing you know, it's like we're coming out of the office at daylight. So yeah. That leads us into JD over here. He's gonna tell us some stuff about the Grammys because I didn't watch it.
I didn't watch it either. I saw a picture of Alicia Keys and two pianos.
I seen some highlights on Facebook. That's the news station for me.
So I watched part of the Grammys.
Okay.
These shows kind of lose my interest after a while. It's like me and Eric were talking earlier. It's just way too political. Like, it's just Hollywood politics.
Everything has become political. Everything.
Way too political.
Yeah.
So bad.
Eric, what were we talking about earlier? Like MTV and VH1.
Has it always been that way? And maybe I was just ignorant to it?
No,
I just think
like
we just
MTV and VH1. They used to do their award shows, and that was more of what the people liked.
Right.
And the Grammys is when all the politics get involved, because it's nothing about what the people want.
Sure.
So this thing is pretty much like 8 main things that happened at the Grammys. So Drake had a speech, and he started bashing the Grammys.
Really? During his speech?
Yeah.
And they shut his mic off.
They shut his mic off.
Really?
They were like, nope, not having it. Drake was I seen that.
Was he drunk?
You know, Drake, Drake's just very outspoken. I mean, he's in a point in his career where he can do whatever he wants.
Sure.
Look, and it says this is the first year.
Or he thinks he can do whatever
This is the first year that he showed up to collect one of his Grammys since 2013.
And, was it Ariana Grande? She won an award but didn't show up to get it.
She refused to show up because they wanted her to perform a different song than what she wanted to perform.
Yeah.
Wow.
Which is good. Like,
she's
that's
like, whatever.
what artists need to do, because artists are already ran by labels and management anyways.
Sure.
Well, that's what I like in the last couple years.
Their image.
Even with the Super Bowl, you had people turning down the Super Bowl. They're like, you know what? I'm not playing for you guys. We're not playing that. So I love it.
Okay.
And apparently Dolly Parton, she showed up, and everybody loved her.
Oh,
Everyone always loved Dolly
Dolly
Parton.
Parton's
She's
fucking
wonderful.
great, dude.
She's like, her and Betty White should be like really good friends. I think everyone would just like adore them.
They need to have their own sitcom.
Yes.
That would be cool. A talk show, yeah.
We'll set it up.
They need a podcast. They need a podcast.
Dude, I'd listen to that every day. I lost what I was doing here.
You lost your place.
Yeah, I lost what I was talking about. Michelle Obama showed up.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Something here happened with Lady Gaga. Like I said, I'm totally slacking today with it being Monday. In the morning, I've had.
You got one thing. You had one thing.
I had one job.
Right.
But anyways, so essentially everything that I've heard and read about the Grammys is that no one gave a shit, pretty much.
Yeah.
Because they have pissed off a lot of people. If we're talking real talk. So instead of talking about big people, let's talk about the little people in this world.
Right.
That keep the entertainment business going. So Friday night is actually, I'm really excited for this. And I get excited for shows, but this is like a different form of excitement for me.
This is your show we're talking about.
Well,
Yeah, and Mark.
It's
Okay.
us over at the racetrack.
Okay.
It's myself, DJ Ono.
He's
DJ
coming out
Ono.
as a DJ.
As DJ Ono.
Right.
And DJ 360. And my
Yeah.
buddy Justin Taylor from Maryland.
Oh,
He'll be
good.
there too doing an acoustic set. We're doing the after party for Midgets with Attitude, which is like
That's right. A lot of
midget
people have
wrestling.
been talking about that.
Where did the screenshot for that go? There we go.
there it is. And it's at the racetrack. I
Right.
am
Wish had to show everyone.
super excited about
This is one of those weird events. Oh, and by the way, the after party, guys, we have some vendors coming out. We got, so come on out, do some shopping, do some drinking, listen to some music. The main event downstairs for the midget wrestling itself, we got the healthy snack guy coming back.
Oh, all right, look.
Yeah.
If you go to this show,
Guy?
I'm telling you
got
right
this
now.
organic snack guy.
Yeah, it's like I'm
Okay.
not big on healthy foods,
Nah,
but
this
I
shit's
could eat
good,
about
man.
100 bags of the
It's
popcorn that he
great.
had. It was delicious.
It's great. So you
That's
definitely got to come
good.
check that out.
And what time is the thing downstairs running? Was it like
Starts like
8:30
8:30
to
to
10?
10, something like
And
that.
then we'll be upstairs for the after party from
10 to
to
midnight.
midnight, 1, 2.
Yeah, whatever.
As long as y'all keep partying. And then Alex, of
Sounds
course,
fun.
you're over at
Of course, we got the
Amy's.
karaoke for
Amy's on
calls.
Friday, yes.
Yeah.
We did good this Friday again, over $200 for charity. So
Oh man, that's
yeah,
awesome.
it's a lot of fun, and thank you if anyone's listening who's been out and donated or saying hope you had a good time, and thank you for joining
it's
us.
awesome.
It's a lot of fun.
It
It's a
really,
great cause.
yeah, it's really doing good. We got Fairy Godmother Project as their charity for this month.
Yes.
Doing big things in the community. So everybody keep coming out and donating to that. You can also donate online. They have a donate button on Facebook.
Yep. The other thing that I think is great is that mine ends early enough that people
You
can
could-
come sing
yeah,
karaoke
you could do
and
both.
then
yeah,
go
go
see
sing
you guys.
and then come
Yep,
party.
that one's
Yep.
actually an early one. Come in there and get some dinner, have a couple drinks, do some singing. It's over by 11, so you could roll out and still do whatever.
And then Saturday morning, if you're not too hungover from partying with us Friday night,
Come do some
there is
yoga with the
puppy yoga.
Yeah, this is crazy to me, but hey.
I don't do yoga, but I do love dogs. So if you have a puppy and you like to do yoga, Saturday morning they are doing the puppy yoga over in Chatham Heights.
That's right in my neighborhood.
Or if you like other people's puppies
Right.
And you just want
and
to
you want to do yoga with other people's
and
puppies,
slightly look like a creeper just from sitting there looking at puppies while people are doing
that's
yoga.
why you have to do the yoga. I think the puppies just
Is
run
this at a
around the
place
whole
that
time.
has beer? Like if I just want to
No.
drink some beer and watch.
No.
Dude, Mark, it's from 10 in the morning to
It's-
11 in the morning.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I don't know what kind of partier you are on Saturdays, but
Yeah,
mine
nah.
don't start till about 2.
The adult kind, maybe they have mimosas.
Right, exactly.
Maybe they're having screwdrivers first thing.
Right.
Who
I think we need to
knows?
post that. We need to post the yoga one in there. Let's post these events in the
Okay,
in the thread.
let us.
Post them all in there.
Okay.
And then,
Oh, we did go out of order on the entertainment.
Oops.
Oopsie. Sorry. Eric.
Sorry.
my
There.
bad, Eric.
The
Right.
entire.
Oh, we did skip entire segment. Good job,
Did we?
JD. Yeah, Alex was next.
It's
Oh.
fine.
It's all right.
Sorry,
Let's
Alex.
Go
Don't be
with
mad at
it.
me. Be mad
We'll
at Mark.
revert back.
I'm
We're-
really angry.
I only have one more thing to talk about.
Okay,
Yeah.
what is it?
If you are single this Valentine's Day and you and your bros want to go out and go get a beer, go down to Hooters. because it is buy
Any
one,
Hooters.
Any Hooters. It's buy one, get one free wings.
And bring a picture of your ex.
And bring oh yeah, that's right. And bring a picture of your ex. And if you're still with somebody
Do it anyway.
and you want the free wings,
just do it.
Both y'all bring a picture of your ex and just say you're there.
There you go.
On a friend date.
There you go. That's a good twist to it.
I still think the idea
Gotta cheat
of
the
going to really nice restaurants or bars with anyone and faking a proposal so people buy you drinks.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty great.
It's pretty cool.
Everyone's
Oh, yeah.
real happy,
It's pretty cool.
oh god.
Reverse technique.
Yeah.
Reverse technique.
Break up.
Break up at a
Break up
restaurant.
at the bar.
And everyone will feel bad for the person who stays. But if
That's
it's a
right.
proposal, both people get
Oh, but
Drinks.
it's so much more lucrative to be one half of a breakup.
True.
Yeah, I can see
you better
more
come
benefit.
out with like some to-go boxes.
It's
I'm
like,
waiting in the car for
I feel
you.
like it's more
Right.
beneficial. Like if you plan it out.
True.
honey,
Alright.
I'm just not feeling good tonight. How about I break up with you at a popular bar?
Right.
Bring home leftovers.
Oh
Yeah,
my
exactly.
gosh, that's hilarious.
All right. We're
If
running
anybody
out
wants
of
to
time.
set up a fake breakup,
Oh, we
I'm
talk
down.
too much.
I'm down. Yeah, we talk
You
too
guys
much.
should totally set up a fake breakup
We
with
should.
each other.
Yeah, we can pretend.
if
We
you're
can pretend.
down, I'll do it.
I mean, I'll do it. I don't care. Maybe not at Hooters, but I'm down to do it.
We can-
No,
wait a
I can't
second.
do Hooters.
I'll be the person who's like,
Oh, dude, we'll just say that I found
throw
out
it
that
off.
you were cheating on me with her.
yeah.
There you go. She's
Make
the
it
side
super
chick.
awkward.
She's the side chick. She's my side chick.
Then we'll just have Eric run in going, where do I come into play on this?
Right.
Yes!
Look, I'll go to the
Why are we
I'll go to the bathroom and leave my phone, and then you like pretend to find out, and then come back, and then she walks in, and then she's surprised too. She didn't know that we were there. Like, and just make a big ordeal out of
This
it.
is a great idea.
Until
What
somebody
restaurant
stands
should
up
we
in
do
the
this
back
at?
going, don't you guys have a podcast together?
Yeah,
And we're
they're
like,
friends.
Damn it, man.
Actually, if anyone sees us doing this, just laugh
Just
to
go along
yourself
with
in
it.
the
Just
corner,
go along with
please.
it. All right, so yeah, that's the entertainment. Let's get back up to Alex's
Oh shoot.
WTF News of the Week. This is our little segment where we talk about crazy stuff that we found on the internet this week.
Yeah, and sorry, sometimes I mix mine up. Sometimes they're just news, sometimes they're WTF news. But I feel like this is pretty WTF. How do you guys feel about washing your hands?
I was
wash
gonna
your
do this
hands?
one.
You were
That's
gonna do
why
this
you always
one?
Yep, I almost did it.
Gosh, we cannot it has to be posted by
It's
one of
gotta
us
be,
first. Okay,
yeah.
anyways. So this
y'all
guy
need to start calling dibs on like Tuesday. Of what y'all do.
Right.
Yeah,
well, no, we don't
right.
ever cross because I go and then she goes and she just doesn't.
Exactly.
She
I never
looks.
see the ones that you post.
Well, no, I never posted that. I just almost covered it.
No, what I'm saying is like the stories that you do on our podcast.
Eric, you got a
I
button
never
hanging back
see-
there?
Okay, so
All right,
this
so
guy,
this
Pete
is crazy.
Hegseth, confessed on air that he has not washed his hands for 10 years because germs are not a real thing. He is a Harvard/Princeton graduate. Germs are not a real thing. You see, what he's doing is he's building up his immunity, which in some cases I agree with that. I just don't understand why, as a news personality,
I just don't
you
even
would
know why.
broadcast
Yeah.
live saying, I haven't washed my hands in 10 years.
I don't
First of
get
all,
it. Why?
you probably shower, I'm guessing, so you get clean at some point. But
Would you skip your
to
hands?
go and make a point about like I don't wash my hands. Yes, you do. You I know you're not touching raw chicken and not washing your hands. I mean, I'm sure that there's some instances in the bathroom where you're like, I really need to wash my hands.
Yeah,
and if
like
you don't,
the
that's
toilet
really
paper
bad.
breaks or something.
Yeah, I mean, there's no way that you're not washing your hands.
I got her all
cannot,
thrown
like,
off right
what
now.
in the world?
I mean, there
It's
is
the worst
no
He
because
way.
just
I
wipes
just-
it off on his
I'll-
pants.
I just want to go in like a whole tangent. Like I don't know if he's a parent or not, but like you mentioned the toilet paper breaking. Like have you ever, how old's your kid? Have you ever like wiped someone else's behind? And,
Ugh.
yeah,
Remember I told
enjoy
you my
that
kid?
job.
Remember I told you my kid eats like an adult?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
you know that
It's
life.
terrible.
So yeah, he says he was on Fox and Friends, and he said the infectious microorganisms do not exist. They don't exist because you can't see them with the naked eye.
That's just crazy to me.
And of course, people on Twitter
I guess
jumped
the world's
in.
flat too, huh?
Possibly.
Right.
We should ask him. But some people jumped in and said, I'm with you on hand washing. I'm almost 70 and I haven't had a cold or flu in years. Our bodies need some germs to learn how to fight them. So yes,
Jesus.
vaccinate your children, but please wash your hands. Because it actually stops people from getting sick.
Yeah.
Wow.
We'll meet you in the middle. Vaccinate your kids, and you don't have to wash your hands. Isn't that what you were just saying?
No, I thought meeting in the middle was vaccinate your peoples, your kids, yourself, inoculate that way, but please wash your hands, at least if you know they've gotten dirty, at least.
Yeah, okay. So we were pretty much on the, okay, we're pretty much on the same
All right,
page.
that's good.
I'm talking from the point, never mind. Anyways, go on.
So, of course, Donald Trump is a germaphobe, a self-proclaimed germaphobe. And he says that in his book, one of the curses of American society is a simple act of shaking hands. And this is actually when most germs are spread between people, is shaking hands. So
Yeah, and money.
And money, that's true. So I guess this guy and Donald Trump have shaken hands before. So I don't know.
Jeez.
Hopefully
If
he
he's
doesn't
actually
know
a
this guy
germaphobe, he had
hasn't.
to have freaked out.
I don't know. He probably shook hands with him before this story came out. So hopefully now he knows that he's been inoculated.
Yeah, I don't
If
know.
the
I'm so
toilet paper
lost.
breaks, I had to go back to the comments.
I'm so lost on
This is
thing.
great. That's wonderful. So anyways, yes, a news reporter, WTF, said, I haven't washed my hands in 10 years on the news. Ew. Okay, good. So that one definitely fell into WTF. But this one you guys might like more. Some Danish dudes were exploring and they were building. I'm sorry, they weren't exploring. They were
You
kind
had
of
me
exploring.
hooked at beer.
Right, you had me at
Nice, good, yeah. So they found beer bottles dating back over a century while doing renovation work on a brewery. They raised a set of floorboards to find 113-year-old bottles
Interesting.
from Odin Brewery,
Hmm.
carefully stowed away in a wooden box, where they survived 2 world wars.
Wow.
Yeah.
That has
So-
got to be some potent
Right?
beer.
So 5 bottles are intact, 2 corks dried out, and the beer evaporated. Empty Odin bottles from that time are not unknown, but the actual product is very rare. So I pulled a mark and didn't read this whole article.
Well, you know.
I
It's okay.
just thought it was really cool. They found a 113-year-old beer called Odin's beer. So yeah.
I mean, yeah. It's kind of cool.
That's a pretty cool find. So I don't know if it's WTF.
I don't think it's WTF. It's probably like
cool news.
cool news of the week.
No, in a way.
In a way, it is
Who
WTF.
finds a 113-year-old beer?
Thank you.
Just chilling.
Right.
That's the WTF
Give her
part.
some credit, Mark.
Yeah,
Thank you.
true.
I appreciate
Don't
that.
mind me if it looks like I'm not paying attention. It's
It's 'cause
because
he's
I'm
not.
sending out invites. You know me.
Can y'all do us a favor and just invite all your friends to
Just
watch it
watch.
so we have
Just
Mark's full
share.
attention for
Just
a full
share
12
the-
minutes left in the show. He
Right.
sending out
Share.
invites.
Just
Okay,
share
do you wanna
this
do your
stuff.
WTF
Yeah, I got
news?
it. I got
Okay.
it. All right, I'll pay attention.
Don't mind me for throwing off the
Don't
whole
mind me.
thing today.
All right, so WTF news of the week. Authorities find drugs. This is local to Stafford, by the way. Authorities find drugs hidden inside of a Rappahannock Regional Jail inmate's prosthetic. leg.
Prosthetic.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Does anyone know
Um,
this person?
I'm sure. It
You
didn't-
guys.
They
Want
didn't
somebody in the comments be like, "That's my uncle."
They didn't show the look. They didn't show a picture
Don't
of the
dishonor
guy.
my family.
And normally they do show pictures of these people. Like they're quick, but for some reason we're not getting a picture of this guy. So investigating drug operation, and they're saying this might have been like a whole operation going on in the jail.
Oh, sure. Of course it was.
Anonymous tip about drugs being stashed in a jail. So he apparently was not sharing.
Mm.
Somebody snitched on him. He wasn't sharing. He did not
Wow.
share the cocaine that they found. So somebody ratted him out.
Is that what it was? Was cocaine?
Yeah, let's see.
It won't let me read the article.
The
I'm pretty
names
sure
of the
survey.
leg owner and others being investigated are listed in the search warrant or not being printed because apparently none of them have been charged in connection.
Innocent until proven guilty.
Right. So
Whose leg was it?
Like how?
Right.
How?
It's not my leg. There's somebody
unobvious
walking.
could you be?
Right. There's somebody walking around with no legs screaming, that leg that used to be mine is not mine. Like,
Nope.
like, come on.
I mean, how does he do it? Just.
Oh my God.
Oh wow!
In
Check
that
this
corner.
out. But it gets more interesting. So yeah, they were listening in on phone calls involving the inmate, his roommate, and several people who were not incarcerated at the time. It also says the girlfriend was collecting money from various people via a mobile payment service called Cash App.
So wait a
Go
second.
figure. So the girlfriend was in on it, and she was collecting money on his behalf for the drugs. And then, bringing it and putting it in his
So
leg.
the people getting the drugs from inside must have been telling their people
to send the money.
contact this girl.
Yup, send the money.
That is a huge orchestration.
Yeah, that's what it says. Look,
and you are in jail already.
Right. After the money was received by the girlfriend, the drugs were distributed to the inmates in
Who decided
the
this
jail.
was a good idea?
Can we find her resume?
Right. she's pretty good.
Does she
good.
cold
I got your
call?
hookup for that
Does she
salesperson
cold
you've been
call?
after.
Right. Does she cold
I don't-
call? Right. Call me if you need a job.
Well, I'm pretty sure when the prosecutors ask her, she's going to say,
Wow.
I'm
So
innocent
check this
and
out.
had nothing to do
So
with
look.
it.
So check this out. Phone calls. Haney references in the David says one inmate got his mother to send money to the app.
Fake leg, fake life.
After after convincing her it was for commissary.
He can tell you,
look,
Megan.
so now you got inmates calling their grandmas and their moms like begging for commissary.
Oh my gosh.
And
But instead of
it's
sending
for
it to the
coke.
jail, could you please
Could you send it to this girl? She's gonna send it to the jail. Yeah, I'm confused.
Her name's Bunny.
Wow. And
That's
then
called
look,
business.
business smarts right there.
yeah, the inmate's cellmate was her telling
That's
girlfriend
so
that
bad.
he listen to this. Hold on, it gets worse. Cellmate was her telling his girlfriend that he gets more wasted in jail than he had been on the outside. Like these guys were just in the jail, just talking it up, giving
Remember
the whole
when
thing
we
away.
were talking about the picking the right people to
Jesus.
put around you?
Yeah, these are not the right people. Look, but here it
God.
is. Instant karma, as they would say. The girlfriend's now in jail herself after being arrested on unrelated drug charges.
Weird.
Unrelated, though.
Uh-huh.
Wasn't related to this. It was another related. You know what I mean?
She doesn't have a prosthetic leg, does she?
The
Yeah.
search warrant allowed Haney to examine the Cash App account of
They give
Irish
the screen name
Irish
up.
Rican 150. So if you've been sending any money to Irish Rican 150,
You should probably get a refund.
you better watch out.
I don't think they're going to be worried about a refund.
Hide your
Right.
kids, hide your wife.
Right. Irish Rican.
Hide a prosthetic
Irish
leg if you got
Rican.
one.
That's probably like her Instagram. That's probably like all of her screen names.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We can probably
Oh,
find her on
Facebook
all.
stalking.
Yeah, we can probably
Okay.
find her on everything through that screen
Mark's
name.
going to send $20 to whoever finds
Please.
his Facebook profile.
Just to,
Oh.
yeah.
Not
just
in
to
Cash
see.
App, though.
Yeah, no Cash App. No Cash App money to her. I'll send her $1 and be like for commissary. And put a note on it.
Whoa, I wonder if this is her.
Oh, we found her already?
Maybe it's
Add
a
friend.
it's a female that goes by Irish Rican.
Ooh, is she local?
That's a good question.
Eric, we need that.
I don't
dun,
know.
dun, dun.
We're
You
not
got that button hanging around?
friends.
Let's go to about.
Bum bum bum. Ah.
She's got it all locked down.
Yeah.
That one's close enough. Hold on. Patience.
Patience.
But see, the thing is that there's a dude.
Eric.
Oh, there it is. There
Thank
it
you.
is.
I found a dude named Irish Rican.
Oh man! So look, everybody send Irish Rican. What was it? Irish Rican 150, $1, and put commissary as a note.
Don't do that. Don't listen to Mark.
I'm sending it now.
This dude's gonna
I'm
accidentally
sending it
become a
now.
I'm
billionaire.
sending it. I'm sending it. Everybody
And
send
Mark's
Irish
gonna go to
Rican.
prison.
Right.
Show the
Like,
camera.
aiding and
Show the camera.
abetting.
Yeah,
You're gonna do
right. We should send it. We should. I mean, they can't say anything if I send this chick $1 for a commissary. I'm not. I mean, I'm not.
Sir, what were you
I don't have
planning on
time
getting
for
with
this
that $1?
research.
Yeah, what were you trying to get for that $1? Laughs? Lots of laughs. Lots
Yes,
of laughs.
we did just do the Law and Order theme.
Yeah. All right,
I'm
so
waiting on somebody in the comments to be like, I did it.
yeah, somebody send
Please.
this chick, send her $1. Come on,
Send us
somebody.
proof.
Somebody screenshot it. Send $1. You might even be able to cash app like 50 cents to this chick.
Can you do that?
I don't know. I want to, but we're running out of time.
Irish Rican 150. Irish Rican.
Write
150.
Write it in the comment section.
Oh, God bless.
Cash app this chick the smallest amount of money possible on Cash App.
Post the name in the
post.
comments.
Yeah.
All right.
She's gonna post the screen name.
Just in case.
If somebody
anyone
doesn't send
wants
us screenshots.
All right. So next up, we got you can get married in Las Vegas at a Denny's for $99 on Valentine's Day this year.
We're brats. Oh my God.
If anybody wants to plan that shotgun wedding on Valentine's Day, fly to Vegas. There's a Denny's.
Oh, you have to go
$99.
to Vegas Denny's?
Dude, but this Vegas Denny's is awesome. Look at this. Click on it.
Is that a fruit bouquet?
Yeah.
Is
So,
there, or is
but
it
go to
candy?
look at the picture though. Like this Denny's is freaking badass. You got to go into the article to see it
I'm
though.
going.
So anyway, $99 ceremony fee includes a silk presentation bouquet, champagne toast, ceremony certificate.
Look at that Denny's.
For additional fee, you can order the pancake puppies, which look like cake pops but are filled with mini pancakes.
Interesting.
Man, you can go all out. They've been doing this since 2013, apparently, in Vegas.
I want to know who wakes up one morning and goes, "Baby, they've been waiting on this day, so we're going to Denny's." She'll be like, "I'm not hungry."
Oh,
for more than that.
Yeah, so look, the typical
Put on this dress.
Look, the typical wedding ceremony normally costs.
I made it out of my old flannel.
They're giving you a discount. Listen, Linda, listen. So they're giving you a discount for Valentine's Day because the typical Denny's wedding ceremony is $199. Includes extra frills like use of the photo booth, a wedding pancake puppies cake.
It's a little expensive.
What is this wedding pancake puppies?
I don't know.
I'm
It sounds like it's delicious.
2 wedding
bring
T-shirts.
those next week.
Get married, get
cheesecake.
drunk, already there for a grand slam.
Look,
I
and
wish
you get
Waffle House made this
and you
same
get,
deal.
right? And you get a coupon for 2 grand slams on your next visit to Denny's.
Son of a bitch.
So you can fly home and talk about how horrible of a mistake you just made over 2 grand slams.
Oh gosh.
Because it's not going to be a grand slam after you leave Denny's and get married.
Can you imagine how many people just get like completely hammered in Vegas?
I just want to know.
And they're with
Oh,
some
probably.
girl
There's-
they've only been with, and they're like,
Yeah.
it's like, I'm gonna go.
Well, at least we
Babe.
got a coupon.
Let's go to Denny's. We get them 2 grand slams.
Yep.
We gotta get
might as
married.
Well.
We get some puppy pops too. I don't know what they are.
Oh wow! So here we go. So this couple that they're spotlighting, it was the second wedding for both of them. They wanted it to be different and fun. Since they both work in the food industry, getting married at a restaurant made sense. No,
Why are there people that are into this?
I don't get it. So there's an application. You can fill it out. If you're already married or not, you can also purchase the package for a vow renewal.
Eric, we need a camera on you.
I'm just coming to terms with we both work in the food industry,
Just made
so
sense,
it kind
right?
of makes sense. Where would they have got?
I feel like most people are like, let's get the farthest away
Yeah, exactly.
from
Where would they
the
have gotten
restaurants we work
married?
in.
If they
Yeah.
worked in the sewage industry,
Right at the sewage plant, I guess.
Like, what
Doesn't make
logic
sense.
is that?
Right. So look, anybody that's already married that didn't have that formal wedding, you can do it at Denny's in Vegas for $199.
I wonder if you can renew your vows
Yes,
there.
that's what it said at the end of the article. It says you can renew your vows or commitment ceremony even. So like if you're you're dating somebody and you're like, I really love you and I want to show you my commitment. We're going to Vegas and we're going to
Look,
Denny's.
My girlfriend's been like on my ass about me. Yeah, like I was getting married because we've been together for so long. I'm about to call her right now and be like,
We're going to Denny's.
In
going to
Las
Denny's to get married.
Vegas.
No, dude, we need to go to the local Denny's and take him. Yeah, we need to take him this article
First Alabama.
to the local Denny's, and
I'll
we'll be
get
like,
ordained
why
right now."
are we not doing this? Because if you implement this in your Denny's, I will
Let's
be
go
the
pick her
first
up.
one. Me and you can go in there and we'll have a
You wanna go
commitment
now when we're
ceremony.
done here?
Yeah, we'll go have a commitment ceremony.
Oh, you
Why-
guys are getting married
What does
now?
everything always come down to me and you?
I mean, I don't know, because we're committed. We're committed, man.
Wow.
Yeah, so
I was
that's
trying
pretty
to figure
cool.
out how many annulments happened in Las Vegas.
It's pretty cool, man. I
I'm
like
still
it.
trying to wrap my head around who's like, we're going to.
All right, come on. We got a couple more. We're going over. Don't hate us, Eric.
We're overtime.
All right, so
Oh no.
and Alex still got her topics.
I got
So
married in Vegas. That's
man fails to open a register at a Popeyes. So he decides to steal some chicken instead. Of course, wait for it. Where do you think this happened at? Without reading, don't read it.
Louisiana.
Florida.
Nope, Florida.
I
Miami.
was close. I was one state off.
Look, Miami, Florida at that. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh, never mind. That was the Popeyes scene in Miami. It's actually happened in New Orleans.
Oh, dang.
Say a man entered a fast food restaurant, tired to swipe some cash, couldn't open the register, he made off with some chicken instead. On a Monday morning to steal money, so he grabbed chicken and fled. 27-year-old Philip Lee, short time later in the area, faces charges of simple robbery and simple battery. Well, that was cool of the police. Like, they're like, you know what? We know the intent was
You'll
there.
do anything for chicken.
Yeah.
So
When-
not to get off subject, but that lady with the cash app thing
Irish Rican 94, is
somebody
that
do
the
it.
person?
on Instagram.
Oh,
But
they're
is
on,
that the
she's
dude?
on Instagram?
It's a dude. It's
no,
not
on
a girl.
No, we're talking Instagram.
I
Olivia.
know. I looked at the Instagram Irish Rican 94, and it's a man's profile.
We need which one was it? It was 150. Irish Rican 150. Right here. It's right here.
That's
just
on the Cash App, though.
yeah, that's on Cash App. We don't know what
So
the rest of her.
James J. August Jr. comes back as Irish Rican
All
94.
right, well, I'm just gonna post the whole article in the comments. You guys go dig it up. All right, so oh no, she found her. She sent. Oh, no, that's a dude, James.
I should just send this dude a message. Be like, hey man, do you by chance have a prosthetic?
Do you
leg?
have a prosthetic leg? Are you currently in
Right.
jail?
We're
Do
just
you
curious.
use Cash App?
We're just curious. All right, so the bond was set at $13,500 for this case.
Whew.
That's kind of high for a simple robbery and a simple battery. Don't steal chicken. It's not good. It's not good.
He has 2 legs on Facebook. Oh, that's hilarious.
Man. All right, so Alex's topics
Oh,
are
my
sounding.
gosh.
Look, your first topic is sounding more like WTF. Like, I think you got mixed up.
Really?
Secret beer should have been under topic, and child sued for not financially supporting parent.
Really? You think so?
Yeah, you should have flopped
Okay, well,
those.
they didn't sue him, and this actually happened in Thailand, I think. Did I get that right? Bangladesh, Jesus. And their customs are a little bit different than ours. So basically,
like
they
it.
have laws where they require that, you respect your elders and take care of them. So it can actually be, it's under the Bangladesh Parents Maintenance Act.
There's
It's
a whole maintenance
It's
act.
a Parents Maintenance Act, a
Parents
statute that
Maintenance Act.
provides recourse for parents against their children who fail to support them. So these parents already live with their adult daughter, but they need more money. So they decided to sue their son because he wasn't paying or taking care of them. But they came to an agreement at the end, and he is paying.
Settled out of court.
They settled out of court, and so he is paying. Let me scroll back down because I don't want to tell you the wrong number. He's paying in American dollars $119 a month to his
Wow.
parents to keep them happy and help them out with their bills. So it's a little bit different than what we do here. What would
Yeah.
you do? What do you think you'd do if one of your parents sued you for not taking care of them? He
Oh,
was a
that's
good
kind
kid.
of crazy.
Look at Eric's face. Oh my god.
I'm telling you, we need a
You
camera
look
on him.
very concerned.
I mean, it's baffling. I'm confused.
My parents would move in with me. Like, I would take care of my parents. This would not
Okay.
be, there'd be no question about it.
Okay, all right.
So, like, the whole concept of this
Needing to sue him.
society.
Well, okay, so let's say your parents moved in. Okay, you're already doing that part, but
Right, and they sued my sister because she wasn't helping out too.
sure,
That's essentially what they're describing because
Right.
they live with the daughter.
sure. So yeah, so
And they
or
sued the
or
brother for not helping
your
her out.
parents move in with your sister, and then they sue you for not giving them money, for not helping take care of them. Is that weird?
That just makes me think that Bangladesh is messed up because my sister wouldn't have to ask. Like, I would just be helping her take care
Okay.
of my parents.
Okay.
If my, if
Okay.
she
That's
took
fair.
my parents in.
That's fair. I mean,
You know what
I
I
look
mean?
at it like this: like some people are like really, spoiled at one point in their life or another. So $120 a month, I don't think is bad in our dollars. But like, what if these people had really high standards and they were like, my Social Security is not enough to pay for my brand new Range Rover.
Right? I mean, yeah.
Like, you're gonna
So,
put me in a
real
bedroom in
quick-
the house. Where's my guest house?
Right?
You know.
So on the flip side of this is funny. I was taking my daughter to school the other day, and this they were doing this piece on where a kid like made this really big deal out of basically saying that, you know, he shouldn't have to go out into the real world and pay bills and, you know, become an adult because like he wasn't chose to be born. He was like, I didn't choose to be born. My parents like
What now?
forced me to be born.
This is a real thing at Stafford.
No, this was just on the radio.
Oh, okay,
It wasn't
okay,
Stafford. It was some kid somewhere. I was listening to stupid morning show.
Was it this morning?
It was like a couple days ago. So they made a big deal out of it. This kid was basically like coming after his parents. Like he might have even took him to court. I don't know, but it was really crazy because the kid was like, you know, I didn't choose to be born.
Was it the one who was like an adult living in his parents' house and they
think
were
so.
kicking him out?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I read about that.
And the
Yeah,
kid's
he
like,
sued
I
them.
didn't choose to be born.
Yeah.
You chose
and
for
the
me
judge
to
is
be
basically
born.
like, you're a grown ass man.
Right. So yeah,
Please get
it's
out
crazy.
of my face.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So I'm
all the way down.
Right, all the way down.
yeah. So I don't know. I feel like that could be regular news. I don't feel like that's so WTF because
Right.
they didn't end up suing him. They were going to,
Yeah.
but they came to an agreement and he agreed to help take care of the people who raised him his entire life. So that's good.
You should. You should.
Now
You
this
got
topic I don't think is WTF either.
share the podcast, guys. We need more shares.
So we'll just go over this real
And
quick.
if you are a vendor,
This is
we'll
why I
even
only
take
picked.
an application for you to
Right.
sponsor our
This
next
is why
episode.
I only picked 2 topics each because we're going way over every time,
Yeah.
which is fine. It's good.
Eric
So,
says you say that, but not he.
I'm
He
sorry.
doesn't say that.
My bladder is not happy about this, guys.
Well, we're almost done. We're on our last topic.
Okay.
So,
Do
and
you
you know, I
guys-
love conspiracy theories,
Yeah, do you guys,
so I'm on
you guys
this.
believe in what are your conspiracy theories?
I believe them all.
You believe in them all.
Not all of them.
Oh.
Not all of them.
Because there's a lot.
You know-
Some of them conflict with each other too.
I'm gonna. You know
so-
what? I actually found my conspiracy encyclopedia today.
Okay.
I almost broke it out. I'm gonna. I'm
Yeah.
gonna bring it and maybe touch on one next week.
Okay, so moon landing, real or fake?
Real.
I think it's real.
Okay, good. I think it's real too.
I think
so
we have went to the moon.
we
I
can
believe in
continue
that.
being friends.
I believe in that.
Let's see here.
Oh, it's like that, huh?
We can still be friends. I'll show up next Monday.
But here's another good one. Okay.
Pizzagate.
Here's a good one.
I don't know enough about that.
I don't know
one.
nothing
think it
about
might be
that. But
real,
here's
actually.
did George Bush orchestrate a plot to bring down the Twin Towers and kill thousands of people in 2001?
I don't think so.
I think he might have.
I don't think
Yeah,
so.
I agree with Mark on this one.
Think you
I
might
did
have.
like. Okay, so
That's
one
my
night
birthday,
I
first of all.
literally spent like
That's one of my best friend's birthdays.
6 hours one night watching videos.
The towers went down on my birthday, so
You
I
spent
watched
6
it.
hours.
hours. Dude, I got so hooked on this
Oh, I
idea.
definitely watched it all because
I'm
it was
gonna
my
tell
birthday.
you guys right now, aliens are real and they're visiting this planet, and
I
some
don't
of them
believe
walk
that.
among
I don't know.
us.
Eh.
I've probably watched years of documentaries. Years.
We're gonna talk.
Yes.
don't isn't there a conspiracy podcast on the radio here?
Where's
yes, there
that
is.
shiny
Center
hat?
of Infinity.
I
Can I
think we
have
need
the
to-
shiny
Nights.
I
hat?
think we need to sit in on this conspiracy
We
podcast.
We
should
should
one
absolutely do a
night.
crossover show.
Yeah,
That
we
would
should
be
cross it over.
great.
Because
Oh
look,
my
I'm really
goodness.
big on Illuminati and New World Order stuff, especially when it comes to celebrities and all that good stuff.
So our problem is that we like patterns. So it's that same thing like how you were just saying you've seen
I
all
have
the
one of those.
documentaries.
I have one of those conspiracy.
Nice.
Yeah, mine's different, but I have a big encyclopedia like that.
Yeah. Patterns are why we do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, things are going to get real next week when we talk about
Things
more
are going to get
conspiracy.
real weird.
We're going to eat cheesecake and talk about conspiracy
Ball-
theories.
Yeah,
Colin!
yeah,
I'm so excited for next week.
right.
Me too, especially if the cheesecake is actually coming.
But I thought this one was pretty interesting. I just want to leave you guys with this one piece. There was, I guess, when I want to say it was Ronald Reagan. Gosh, where is it in here?
Yeah, I've seen something
I want
about
to tell
that
you
one.
the right thing. I don't want to say the wrong one, but it was a okay. In one instance, we looked at, as in some detail, was a series of shark attacks off the coast of New Jersey in 1916. It was the basis much later for the movie Jaws. We found there was a significant downturn in support for President Woodrow Wilson in the areas that had been affected by shark attacks.
See, now that just don't even sound right.
Because we tend to blame things that we find to be conspiracies
right.
on politicians.
Well,
They did
yeah,
it.
kind of.
Well,
Because we can't trust them because they have a pattern of not being trustworthy.
yeah, I mean, this could turn into like an all-night debacle.
Yeah, it could. It could.
So I just wanted to leave you guys with that one. I thought that was
Right.
interesting. Woodrow Wilson.
Tell us what you guys think in
Losing
the
some-
comments.
Yeah,
Right.
what conspiracies do you guys want to talk about?
See, I do believe this one though. Some versions of claims that a group called Illuminati control the world suggest celebrities and politicians are members.
Oh no, did we lose sound at some point?
Did we lose sound?
Oh no.
Somebody's saying we lost sound.
Yeah.
Mike said we're going in
not
and out,
hearing,
but
we're going in
Olivia
and out.
said
Oh,
that she could
no.
hear
It
us.
might be me because I'm kind of like in and out away from my mic. Might have just been me. Is everybody here?
I hope you guys can hear us.
That sucks.
Yeah, I think Facebook does weird things sometimes.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
So
But yeah, that's what I got.
Yeah, we'll have to carry this conspiracy on. We started on this when we first started the podcast.
Yeah.
And we took a
Well,
break because
we
this kind of gets out of hand. We can only touch on it every now and then.
Crossover episode.
Yeah, we definitely need
Next
to do a
week,
crossover.
cheesecake
Yeah.
and conspiracy theories.
If you missed some of the audio content, you can absolutely subscribe on
Yes.
Apple and
There's
Google
the plug.
Podcast.
There you
Oh,
go,
thank
there
you
you go, there you
guys.
go.
Thank you. I think it was just Mikey. Something's going on with Mike. Thank you
Okay.
for catching us up, guys. Appreciate it.
So
is this
yeah,
gonna be a thing next week?
maybe everybody picks their favorite instead of WTF.
Let's
maybe
get ready.
conspiracy
I say
of
we
the
just
week.
have a whole episode on conspiracy
No, nah.
theories.
I think we just
We gotta
If you
change
guys
it
want a
up.
whole episode on conspiracy theories,
And cheesecake.
And cheesecake?
Gosh.
I brought cheesecake
Jesus.
once. JD, you weren't with us then.
Yeah, you weren't.
I brought the pumpkin caramel cheesecake.
Dude.
So, here's an interesting thing. The conspiracy show, Center of Infinity, on Thursday nights is sponsored by 540 Foodie Chick,
Oh,
who bakes me
Jesus.
delicious, tasty treats
Really?
every week.
Okay,
Oh, wow.
nice.
Too bad I work on Thursdays. What time is
So, what time does this thing take place on Thursdays?
8 to 9.
it? Yeah.
You
out
need
of
an
my-
intern
plug,
Thursday
right?
nights?
out of my range.
You guys are welcome to guest up here.
Yeah,
Excellent.
It's out of my range, so we're gonna have to talk. We're gonna have to talk about it here.
Look, I'm gonna roll in Thursday. Like, what the hell are you doing here? Be like, where's the treats?
I'm here for the treats and conspiracies. Yeah, let's wrap it up. All right, so thanks for everybody tuning in.
Thank you guys.
We are the 360 Real Talk podcast. Join us live on Facebook and YouTube
Every Monday.
every Monday. Subscribe on your podcast provider, Google, Apple, all that good stuff. Listen
Share
to
it
us
to all
on the
your
way
friends.
to work. Share
you
it
can
with your
watch
friends.
this whole video back.
Yeah, you can go back and watch it if you only watched a part of it.
You watch it here. You can watch on YouTube.
Yeah, please share. Just share us around, man. And we'll see you next Monday. Peace out.
Have a good week.